Good evening, members of Spiritual and Cryptid Encounters. Welcome to Werewolf Wednesday. How's everybody doing tonight? For those who tune in on YouTube, Facebook, on Restream, and for those who tune into my several TikToks under APCSA95, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing great and high spirits. I hope everybody has had an awesome day. Uh, uh, we're here, as we always are, from 11 p.m. Central to whenever the night goes. We're here to share our wisdom, knowledge, and stories, experiences of what we've been through, uh, of what we've seen, encountered spiritually. How you doing, Brother Smurfy? I hope you're doing great. I'm fixing to get my co-host in. Let me send him an invite real quick. How you doing, Sister Nellie Turner? Welcome. Let me go send a link out here to my cousin. Invite him in the show. Let's see if I can find him. Okay, let me get there. We got, how you doing, Brother Joel? Hope you're doing great. There we go. Let me send out the link real quick. Boom, there we go. Send it out. Hope everybody's having an awesome Wednesday. How you doing, Brother Chris Anderson? I hope you're doing awesome. Jesse is Werewolf Wednesday. Let me light up this so I can see it better. Let me give us the light. Here we go. Share the shirt that I'm wearing here with y'all. There we go. Werewolf Wednesday, brothers and sisters. Got the shirt on. Waiting on cousin. There he is, the co-host. Got the shirt on. Waiting on cousin. There he is, the co-host. Got the shirt on. What's going on here? Cousin. There he is.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome.
How you doing, cousin?
I am doing well, man. Thank you for inviting me in. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the show. As you can tell, it's Werewolf Wednesday. Got my hat on so I can look like um, Snoopy's primo, Joe Cool, who wears the hat. Welcome, Nelly. Mm-hmm. Mr. Anderson, welcome. Chris, welcome. Lawrence, welcome. Joel, welcome. Smurfy, ¿qué pasquis, vato? Who else is in here?
Let's see. You can see. We can share our shirts better so people can see them. Mine right there. Let me get this off here so people can see.
Let me see if I can stand up, man. Is that better?
There we go. Get us. Werewolf. That one's got energy over there. This guy's he's got energy where he appears and disappears, like the DDN, disembodied demonic Nephilim.
I like that shirt, man.
I got one for you, cousin. Going your way. I'm waiting for another package. to come through so I can send it your ways.
Melvin Morrison, welcome, welcome. Paulo 55, welcome. Morgan, welcome. Gwen Hunt, welcome. Michael DePaul,
Mhm.
welcome.
There we go. Hope everybody's doing great. As for us, man, I just been chilling, uh, just relaxing. I've been on a winning streak actually. I won
No,
big jackpots a day, so I
that's
got nothing to
awesome.
complain. The Heavenly Father blesses me His own kind of way. It's awesome.
Thank you, Miss Nelly.
How you doing, brother Melvin Harrison Jr.? How you doing, brother?
Hello, the Goblin. How you doing, the Goblin?
We
Thank you
got
for
Paulo
coming in, the
55,
Goblin.
Gwen the Hunt. How you doing, Gwen? Michael DePaul.
¿Qué pasó, Exuberance?
Yeah, we grew up along the border, so we run into all kinds of things out there. Drug dealers, mafia. We seen all that growing up. It was around that kind of environment.
Yes, yep, yep, yep. Hey man,
Definitely.
you know how bad it was over there, man. One time I was walking home at like 3 in the morning, drunk as hell, man. I was headed toward the Pennington Ranch, and I passed by the roadside park, man. And there was immigration right there, dude. They pulled me over. They were like, "Hey, you want to ride to your house?" I said, "No, I can walk the 2.5 the 2 miles that I need to walk. I'm fine." And yeah, they followed me all the way to the ranch, man. I felt like
Yeah, what's
singing.
messed up? They look more Mexican than you do. The border patrol.
Yeah,
They used to be nothing but Mexicans. The border patrols.
yeah. I was
They
wearing my
freaking
hat, I was wearing my hat, my shiny shoes. So they followed me to the house, man. But I was felt like singing. I'm from East LA. All right, El Feo.
Lawrence Morgan. Yeah, we deal with all that, man. All that harassment. You think there's harassment here? Imagine being an American citizen and you getting harassed by the border patrol, asking you to show us a proof of where you live, some kind of ID or your birth certificate, Social Security. They want to see everything.
No, and they ain't got no
Show them
right to see
everything.
me.
Show them everything. Then they still don't believe you.
Knowing they got no right to ask for any of that, man, because we're nowhere near a border checkpoint.
Yeah,
We're in
crazy.
between the border checkpoints, but we're not anywhere near.
It happened to me one time. Uh, I mean, we live in between the checkpoint and the border, Rio Grande Valley, South Texas, and I was coming off a track practice. I had my what do you call it? My teen track outfit on and everything. I was walking and the border patrol just pulled up and the dude got off and started asking me all kinds of questions. I was answering them to him right. I guess he didn't like me because of the way I looked or whatever. And then he told me to get in the car with him, uh, or else. So I got in the car with him. He said, "Tell me where you live." So I said, "Look, so I'm going to be honest with you, man." I said, "I'm not sure where I live, but if my mom sees me in this vehicle and you go over there acting like you're acting with me, she's not gonna take it. You're gonna be in for it as like, let me do my job. So he goes up over there and he's like trying to be all respectful. My mom was already pissed off. I can already see it because he got me in the vehicle, and he says, Señora, puede enseñarme eso. She just gave him all the information that he was asking for. And then he told her that he didn't believe her. Oh man, my
Yeah.
mom told me, "Ven pa acá, mijo," and she said, "You got 5 seconds to leave my freaking yard, my property. If you don't leave within 5 seconds, I'm gonna beat your ass." And she started counting it, doing a countdown. The dude freaking and she was telling him in Spanish, and it wasn't nice. She was cussing him. She was telling him, "Tú te miras más mojado que él, pendejo." And he was a dark Mexican, and she's like,
Dude,
"Tú te miras más mojado que él, pendejo." Man,
dude,
mama went off on that dude. That dude got in his freaking immigration vehicle and freaking took off. You know,
man,
took
I
off like a
hate that,
bat out of
man.
hell.
I hate
My
that,
mom
man.
wasn't
'Cause
having it. They didn't play.
there's some guys that work in the immigration, dude, on the border that you could say that they have a damn nopal on their fucking forehead. They look like really, really from the motherland, and they want to be like, "Let me see your papers."
Trying to
Yeah,
trying to talk trying to talk with a country accent. You know what I mean?
yeah, they try to be white.
Yeehaw.
Yeah, exactly, man. They're gonna wear the black cowboy hats because they racist.
You see that down yonder? I got my cowboy hat. I got a Stetson.
I
Got me
see
a
your
couple of
hat.
cowboy hats.
Are they black?
Got me some cowboy boots.
Are they black cowboy hats?
Yeah, I got a black one. I got a white one. I got a brown one. I got me brown boots, black boots, wine color boots.
Yeah, no, man. I can't pull off a
I know how
cowboy
to
hat,
dance
man.
country. Yeehaw.
I don't, but I fake it real
I don't
well.
want to I don't want to trigger anybody. You know, I could probably dance those people that think they know how to dance country. I'm a very excellent dancer.
Not me,
I
man.
do just about anything.
I'm not very twinkle toed friendly, man. I fake it though. I can't pull off a cowboy hat, cousin. I don't have the face for it, man.
When I was in Germany, my female friends that come and pick me up in their BMWs. You know, I ain't gonna say I was a playboy or nothing like that, but the females, you know, I was their chaperone, you could say, and they would come pick me up in their BMWs and Mercedes Benz, and they would take me out to clubbing. I didn't have to pay for nothing when I was in Germany. I was only 19 years old, and we had a good time. You know, they showed me how to do the waltz dance, and that waltz dance I've never forgotten. And sometimes I do that with the country. You could dance waltz with country. You know, it's this country's kind of like the same thing with the waltz.
And which account would that be, Morgan? That's only 8 months old. Uh-oh. Welcome, Devorah.
But,
Huh? Morgan says, let's give a big welcome to the fake 8-month-old account. Hello. Hello, Devorah. Nice to see you. Welcome back to the fold. It is Werewolf Wednesday. Ooh, Cookie Chris. I
Werewolf
mean,
Wednesday. And we're talking about the borders right now because along the borders, you
hmm
know, the ones that the liberals don't want to guard, that want to leave them open. There's a
welcome,
lot of
Brian.
activity that comes through the borders. Uh, Human trafficking, drug trafficking. You got freaking gangs coming through there, and other things come through those. They don't even have to have them open; they'll come through regardless. But there's a lot of activity, sightings of werewolves, or what people want to call them. They want to call them dogman, but they're called werewolves before anybody even named them dogman or whatever the hell they want to name them. They were called lycanthropes at one point in time, right? Lobos, werewolves, right?
Yes,
And
sir.
this one had been being spotted by the border patrol and by the illegals crossing the borders. There've been many people found dead out there in the middle of the woods. I believe with the werewolves, or you know what people want to call dogman. Well, I'll say werewolves. The other one that they've been spotting also is the chupacabra. That I had a cousin that worked for the border patrolman, and he said that they ran into a. They were following. They got her. They, doing their maneuvers, and there was a little girl they found in the path, and she was crying. And they got out to see what was going on, and the little girl was saying she was just like in shock. So they started hearing something like further up, and when they started going over there, it's like they seen a what seemed to be either a werewolf or the chupacabra eating a person.
Oh
So
wow.
they ran into the vehicle, in the border patrol vehicle, locked their doors, and they were freaking scared because it was making a weird noise. The little girl was crying, but they got the hell out of there. But the parents of the little girl who she was traveling with, they were all dead,
Wow.
dismembered. You know. Now, the bigger question was it really a chupacabra or a dogman that dismembered it, or was it the coyotes, which is the people that smuggle them into the United States that killed them? What do you think, cousin?
It could have been the coyotes if they
Because
didn't
you've
have
heard
money.
those stories too, right?
Yeah, because it could have been the coyotes if they didn't have money to pay. And if they couldn't get a hold of the people that were supposed to pay on this side, that they do that, man. They do that.
How much do they charge them per head just to cross them across the
Yeah.
border?
Back in the day, man, I'm talking about 2004. They were the chivos, which is what the coyotes call them. The chivos were worth $1,000 a head. So everybody you cross over is $1,000. So you get 10 people, that's $10,000, man. You always want to get more than 10 people because that's where your money comes in. You know,
But they would back then they would just cross them across the border, just across the border itself. They wouldn't cross them across the checkpoints.
no, no,
And
what they
this where a lot of the bodies were being found dead was in between where we lived and the checkpoints.
yeah,
From the border to the checkpoint, that's where the bodies were found dead.
what they were doing, cousin, is they would pair them in twos. Every two people got a gallon of water, a pack of bread, and a loaf of bread and a pack of bologna, and they would send them through the Turria Ranch, man, through the Quilenia to get past the checkpoint, and they would pick them up on the other side of the rest area. That's on the other side of the checkpoint in
Yeah, the
Sarita.
rest area. Yeah,
Yep. But yeah, man, it's hard for two people to survive on a pack of bologna and a loaf of bread and a gallon of water, man. They had to split it between both of them.
and that terrain in the Rio Grande Valley is very rough terrain, man. Mesquite, rattlesnakes,
Cactus everywhere.
coyotes, cougars, all kinds of freaking animals that will attack. Well, what kind of other animals are out there in the Rio Grande Valley, Primo?
Bro, you got the nail guy, you got onyx, you got mountain lions, you got cougars, you got
Bearcats,
you got bearcats, you got jabalines, you got
javelinas.
king snake, you got rattlesnake, you got the green racer, you got the one with the red and black stripes on it, the coral
There's a
snake, you got coral snakes. So
the
yeah, man,
scorpion,
you got
all kinds of stuff.
tarantulas, black widows, you name it. They're out there, man. Welcome, Chris Anderson.
Welcome,
So
Chris
yeah,
Anderson.
they got anything out there that anything that can kill you is out there, man. And you have to walk through the woods, and you can't deviate from the path.
You got to stay together because there's always a predator following you.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yeah.
in the hunt. All these animals that he's speaking about, they'll be tracking you, and they have to go in the darkness. When it's dark through all those this wooded areas, and those freaking pack of coyotes, they'll attack because they're hungry.
Yep, yep. That's a buffet on 2 feet that
Is it
just
coyotes or
walking.
wolves down there, primo?
Some coyotes, man. They're not wolves. They're coyotes.
They're pretty big, ain't they?
Yeah, they're big size coyotes, man. But what you got to worry about are those damn javelinas because they'll come out of anywhere, man. And if there's
Especially
babies
with the
around,
tusk.
they're real aggressive.
So out of those stories of the that we've heard when we were growing up, uh, where people were getting killed, I mean, oh man, they would find people in the sugar canes. I know we're going a little bit off topic, but you got to think about it. It's dead people that don't have a story to say. So the only thing we know is the things that will happen. Like sometimes we'll find when there was a lot of sugar cane where we lived, and when they were burned the fields, they'll find bodies in the fields. We just don't know if the bodies were already dead or what happened to the bodies. If they were eaten, the thing that they find the skeletal remains of the bodies, but we don't know how they died or anything like that. Um, and it would happen a lot.
Yeah. One time we went to visit my mom's grave, man, during the summer, and there was the farm truck out there on the CB loudspeaker, man, saying in Spanish and in English if there was anybody in the sugar field to get out because they were about to burn the field. They spent 15 minutes going up and down the dirt road talking. After the 15 minutes, man, here comes the tractor with the flamethrowers, man, and just started flamethrowing everything, man. They don't do sugar cane anymore hardly in the valley, man, because that sugar mill closed down.
Yeah,
The one
but
that was
a lot of people would die. There were bodies found in those hurricanes, and the wild animals will eat anything. So only God knows how many people lost their lives down in between the border and the checkpoint, or even beyond the checkpoint.
welcome Marion L. Bott. Hello, Sage Cooley from East Tennessee.
There was a lot of it. There was this lake that we had down there, Delta Lake. There was always an eerie feeling there, man, in that lake. Around the lake, there was a road that went all around that lake. It was a man-made lake, but nobody could swim in the lake. It was a big lake, but nobody goes swimming in there because they had amoebas. But there's some stories of some big fish inside that water too. It was the build. I know I can't remember what year they built it, but some big fish inside the lake, uh, and a lot of things being spotted around the lake. Did you ever go down those dirt roads around the lake, cousin?
Yeah, all the time, man. I used to cruise over there, man, in my lowrider '99 Dodge Neon. I used to cruise out there, man. A little slow riding, man.
A lot of activity. It's one thing about one of the things that I would notice. Didn't matter where in the valley is this dark shadow figures that were surface up, like especially around the lakes, dirt roads, cornfields. Uh, you see these dark shadow figures coming out from either the fields or near the creeks. They'll come out and it'll look like a person, and you think it's a person coming towards your vehicle. But then when you look through the rear mirror, you turn around, it's just a dark shadow standing there. It's not a person, but a dark shadow. And I would see that a lot because I used to go running down the dirt roads when I was in track. So I would see a lot of activity in that nature. Uh, just dark shadow figures that would surface up during the day and at nighttime. I know my grandfather used to tell me not to go to a certain section in the west side over there by the Canal Primo where the big katanas are, the big cart.
Mhm.
He would tell me not to go over there because there's something very evil over there. And my grandfather knew because he worked in agriculture, and he would always tell me, "And don't ever go over there at nighttime because there's some bad things over there." Do you think some of those things might have followed him home, primo?
All the time, man. Grandpa didn't care, man. He wasn't a very religious man that I remember. Plus, half the stuff that was going around in his house, man, it probably came from over there. Because Grandpa liked to.
And he was always drinking beers, but he was working like 18 hours a day, man. So
Yeah,
the time that I sit drinking beer, because he'd been working his ass off all during the week, especially during irrigation. He was always irrigating the field, so he'd be working some long hours. I seen him come with muddy boots, and so the time that I seen him drink beer was only on the weekends, but really not during the weekdays because he was always gone working. He was always taking his shotguns and his rifles with him because they were running to the bobcats and all that stuff that's out there, rattlesnakes, and he'll be out
yeah.
there at nighttime on his tractor. The tractors from back in the day,
They
they
didn't have a
had
cab.
no air conditioning.
They didn't have a cab,
They
man.
had
It
a
was
little
just.
umbrella. Yeah, the
Mhm.
little like a little umbrella. That was the only
Welcome,
cover
Captain Hayes.
when the when the new tractors coming out. He didn't want one of those because he was so used to working just with the tractors with nothing, no AC or nothing. So he was a hardworking man.
Remember, he used to come home full of dust, man, and dirt. Back when my dad had that Chevelle. My dad had a '68 Chevelle, man. It was yellow with a black top. We were staying there. We had just come back from Colorado. I remember that, man.
Yeah. The times that he took breaks, sometimes he will go on a long. He'll be working like 7 days a week, but then he'll take a little break, and on the weekends, and on Saturday he'll take a break. Sometimes he'll work Sundays, but he'll try to take a breaks uh, on Saturday, Sundays, like maybe for a weekend, and then he's back to work. You know, his boss had a lot of land, Mr. Beasley. That's what his name was, Mr. Beasley. He was a nice guy. His wife was a teacher, and we knew her also. So Miss Beasley, they were good peoples, and that's what my grandfather worked with for a long time.
That's funny, man, because my stepdad, my dad, my grandfather, they all worked for Hollis McGee.
Yeah,
Hello, Prima Josephine Cias. How you doing? Welcome.
how you doing, cousin,
Bienvenida al programa. Hats off to you.
brother Exuberance? How you doing?
Welcome,
Let's show him
Prima Eddie Ramirez.
one more time. There you go. Let's do a close up here. Yeah, boom. Boom is sneaking up on you. There you go. So let's get down to the nitty gritty. My grandfather knew some things that were out there, man, because he would warn me. He would tell me the story. He would tell me a lot of stories when you'll be sitting down on the porch and my mom be inside making tortillas and stuff for him. He'd be sharing stories with me, and he would tell me about not to go to the certain area on the out there, but that because there's something evil over there. He would tell me some very bad stuff over there. Don't go there, he would say. Uh, there was a man that was a Vietnam vet that would tell me don't go to the city dump after 6. And I would say, why? He said, because there's things there. He said, don't go there. He said, and I remember one time we were feeding his pigs because he was my cousin's padrino, godfather. and he started getting to 6 o'clock, and he rushed us inside the vehicle, backed out real fast, and hauled ass. That was the bus driver, Mr. Spinoza. Remember him, people?
Mr. Espinosa.
The bus driver.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He always wore a cap.
Yeah, Mr. Spinoza. He was a Vietnam vet, and he had a ranch right by the city dump, and he told us not to be there after 6. So I went over there jogging, to that area, and it was the sun was setting. It was already going to be 6 o'clock, and I'm sitting there watching his pigs, because I want to go see the pigs. And next thing you know, I start hearing all kinds of moaning and stuff coming from the city dump, like voices of children and women, and I took off running, because I freaked out what I was hearing. So as I was running, I started getting chased by a pack of dogs. It was some black dogs chasing me. Could have been hellhounds because they were pure black, pitch black, in which I had to jump on a tree, right? So they wouldn't bite me. So on top of a tree, and they're just out there going in circles underneath the tree. But then they take off. When they take off, is I jump off the tree, and I run as fast as I can back to town because I'm like I think it's like about a mile or 2 miles away from town. So I'm hauling, I run as fast as I can before the sun sets, and I made it in time to my house before the sunset, and that was the last time I ever running into that direction, that vicinity. I never went back that way ever again.
Going toward the rock quartz.
Was that
Were you
the
going
city
through
dump?
it? Oh,
The
I'm
city
sorry.
dump.
I had that confused with thought was junkyard.
No, no, the city dump where they were take to burn the trash is further out.
Okay, okay.
Uh,
So it's past the rock quartz.
well, it's a road, a dirt road that goes all the way straight out there past the canal. Further out that
Yeah,
ways.
okay, okay. I'm in the wrong
Uh,
area.
yeah, is way out there, man, and that's the last time I ever went there.
Yeah, I used to worry about you running around at night, man, training. I was like, man, he waits for it to get dark to go out there. He must really like to run.
I would run he remembers, I would run like a lot of miles. I could run pretty fast. I was a long distance runner, weighing like about a buck 42. Uh, but I could run.
I
That's
remember, man, I used to laugh when somebody challenges you to a fight and you were whooping their ass and they try to run and be like, they don't know. People like, ven pa' acá, baboso. Can't outrun a marathon runner, man, a long cross country runner. You can't outrun that man. He gonna sit there and just laugh. Eventually, you're gonna run out of breath.
just like I could run, I could dance, and I could fight.
I remember,
It's
man.
it's like it's part of the flow. It's just a natural thing.
I remember, man.
You're as good as
You used to get dressed to go to the dances, man. I see you just combing that hair, man, making sure you were clean shaven, man, and polishing them shoes, and then bye, come back 2 or 3 in the morning, honey on your side. I say, oh, one of these days I'm gonna have to learn to dance.
yeah. They come pick me up all the time. The females
I remember. I
back in the
remember
day.
you, and I think Furman and that dude Rob would always get dressed, and that chicken shit predator. He would always be over there getting dressed with y'all were splashing on that perfume, that cologne, like there was no tomorrow. Not me, man. I'd be sitting there
I would just go
smoking.
out and dance, just like everything knew everybody. So I just go have some fun. But you know, there's females from other when I would go to the other towns where I knew a lot of females.
Welcome, Black House 789. How you doing? Welcome, Jaime Alanis. How you
I still
doing?
got hair, but even look at it.
Yeah, man, I got a little. I still got a little. Yeah, exuberance. I never went to
I would
dance,
always invite
man.
cousin Jesse to go out with us, but he wouldn't
I
want to
was,
go out.
I was too busy getting high. Nah, high and drunk. I'd be sitting at that picnic table under the tree where we practice Tai Chi. if those spirits in the backyard would come and mess with me, man, I just fire one up and chase them away with the smoke.
Yeah, there's a lot of activity. But activity all throughout that hometown of ours because of the
Mhm.
limestone. A lot of spiritual activity. You see them in the yard. You see them walking in the streets. You'll be able to see like a woman dressed all in black just walking right there in front of your in front of your yard. Spirits of I guess, of the deceased or dead. You'll be walking in the street and you'll see something like a shadow walking towards you. Sometimes you
Uh,
just would have to ignore it because it's like you're coexisting with the things that are around you. You know, not give them power, but they were around. I would see a lot of activity down there.
yeah, my 56 years old of age cousin, I can honestly tell you, man, I should have learned to dance when I was younger, man. I missed out a lot, dude.
You sure did.
I missed out, man. I mean, the last time I went dancing, man, I went dancing with my baby mama, Mary. And, dude, I had some fun. I had some fun, man. I missed out, dude. There was a lady sitting at the bar, man, and I'm out there on the dance floor with my baby mama, man, and she goes, "Are those Stacy Adams right here on the dance floor?" I said, "Yep." She goes, "They make a different sound than any other shoe when it's on the dance floor." I go, "Yep." Welcome, Armageddon. How you doing? When that was a long time ago, man. I don't even remember what I had for dinner 2 days ago. Armageddon. But yeah, man, I missed out a lot when I was a youngster, man. I should have learned to dance sooner. I had a lot of fun, man. I had a lot of fun. I can imagine the fun y'all had, man. Y'all were still teenagers. Y'all were having out there just having fun, man. I was having fun, but a different kind of fun, man.
During intermission, I have a lot of fun.
You know what, man? I,
Well,
I can I can remember the first girl I dated when I got to Raymondville, man. I met her at your house. Nelly,
who was that cousin?
Nelly Tijerina. The first girl I dated when I went to Raymondville, man. I was
Nelly.
so green. I was so green, dude. I didn't even know how to walk a girl, man, down the street. She put me in check, dude. She goes, "Why am I out here? Are you selling me?" I go, "What are you talking about?" I had no clue what she was talking about, cousin. She goes, "No, when you're walking with a woman, she has to be on your inside, otherwise you're selling her." I said, "Okay, I did not know that. Thank you."
Someone said they were warned not to watch the blood moon, to get in the house for 3 days and 3 nights, repent, fast, and pray all 3 days.
Yeah, that 3 days of darkness never happened, Armageddon. Sorry, man. I don't know what you were on, man, but you should have shared.
Is it
I've been
nothing? It,
waiting.
it never happened.
I've been waiting for the 3 days of darkness that are supposed to come to pass, man. Are you supposed to board up your windows and not open your doors to nobody? Not go out for 3 days because the Lord is gonna pull His presence away from the earth, and the demons are gonna run loose trying to come into your house. So I've been waiting. I even asked you about it. You told me that was nothing to worry about, that it wasn't gonna happen, and it still hasn't happened. I've been waiting for that to pass for 3 years, cousin. I've been waiting for that to pass for 3 years, no, 4 years, and it still hasn't passed. It happened in your home? Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Well, shutting your lights off doesn't having no electricity doesn't count. He's talking about total darkness for 3 days.
It's
Where
supposed to
you
come to
from?
pass.
Yeah. He says he's talking about get in the belly of the whale.
Man, are you just
Yeah,
here to take us off topic, brother? Please, man, we're trying to do a show here.
I got it, man. We try to give people a chance, but yeah, it is what it is.
But we ain't mad at you.
There we go.
Peace.
Deuces.
May the Lord bless
We
you
sent him
on the
to
way
the
out.
darkness.
Get
I
back in
hope
that. Get back in
he
the
goes
belly
to
of the whale.
repentance and prays for 3 days. We sent him to the darkness.
Hello, John Robinson. How are you doing? You a first time guest, sir? I don't know what's going on, Lawrence. We're just talking, talking about the good old days, man. But we really got off topic with all this dancing that Prima was doing. Was wearing out shoes like there was no tomorrow. Man, you had a lot of
Some nice
girls coming to pick
pasties,
you up, man.
some baggy pants, and a Playboy shirt with a little bunny on it.
You had a lot of girls that would come pick you up. Different girls. One would come on. Some would come on Friday, on Saturday, and even Sunday. I was like, man, this guy doesn't take a break. Then Monday, back to training.
Yeah, yeah. The good old days.
Yeah, not me, man. I was always training.
So let's get to some of the stories of
Let's get down to the nitty gritty,
the
man. Let's get to the
werewolves.
werewolves.
I do remember some things, man, and memory recall. Because I was young, but I remember my grandfather that on a certain day they would tie him up with chains, cadenas, big thick chains, and they would lock him up in the log cabin, and they would say not to go near there because it was a full moon coming or something like that. Why he would lock us up with chains and all that, I don't know.
What could be on the
But I
box?
remember something like that happening.
Who, Grandpa?
My grandfather, not my on my father's side.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I remember something like that. So I don't know what was going on with them. I never seen anything of it, but I do remember finding dead animals and stuff like that.
Hmm. That
Like
that is
dead
weird, man.
dogs, dead cats, all over the place.
Welcome beyond the box.
I don't know if
Yeah,
they tied him
he
up because he something was going on with him, but I don't know. I don't know what it was.
well, they were using
I
heavy
do.
chains, and yeah,
Was it?
if they were using heavy chains to lock him up. Then yeah, he was probably transforming, man.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, I remember that. That certain time, but I don't know, man. I never seen them, like a wolf, a werewolf, or nothing like that. But when you're in a foreign country and you run into somebody talking a different language, different dialect. I was in Germany, and this individual that's talking a different, like a different accent, right? He's telling me that he knows my grandfather and that he knows my grandmother, and he calls them by name. It's like makes you wonder, right? How far or how deep or how he knew them, but apparently he knew who they were. Knew them, my parents, and all my brothers and sisters by name. What was it? I don't know. I never found out who it was. didn't want to find out who he was. I mean, I'm in Erlangen, Germany. A guy say he knows my father, my grandfather, and my grandmother that are already deceased, and he said their names, even the middle name.
Oh
Like, how the
wow,
hell does he know this? Yeah.
that's weird, man.
The only thing I can think of because there was a place called Labor Camp, where they had some of the uh, prisoners from the war, and I don't know. I just don't know how that individual knew him. You know, was it witchcraft or necromancy? What was he? You know, I never found out who he was, what he was, and I don't want to know.
That's weird, man. If you knew them, could it have been that your grandfather was one of the immortal beings that ran around, and finally, when he got attacked in the chicken coop, they stripped him of his power, and that's why he passed away.
Well,
Makes
whatever
sense.
was there, it was pretty big in the chicken coop. They had him up in the air and stuff like that. Um, I've shared the story, but I'll share it again. Is this in South Texas, in a small town of Raymondville, Texas, and at her house, our house and my grandmother and grandfather's house was right beside each other. We lived in the same lot. It was a four lot. It was four lots. We every morning, or it was the mornings, where we get up and go get the eggs from the chicken coop in the mornings and in the afternoon. So in the afternoon, we went back and collected one of the chicken coops, and we're gonna go to the log cabin that was behind our home. There was a cabin there, and as we were gonna go collect the eggs, you could hear like the chickens clucking, making a lot of noise. And he said to stay there, because that there was a possum in there. You know that a possum is trying to take the eggs or kill the chickens. So he went in there with a stick and he told me to stay by the blackberry tree because it was raining. Told me to stay underneath there. He'll be right back. He went inside the chicken coop, and when he went in the chicken coop, not even like a minute, you could start hearing him screaming real loud, like something's happening to him. So I'm small, I grab a little stick, around this long, and I said in my head, in my mind, I'm gonna go for the tacuache. That's what we call it in Spanish, a tacuache. So I go there and I go into the entrance of the cabin where was a chicken coop. When I walked in there, I see my grandfather elevated. He's literally elevated in the air. He is in his boxers because all his clothes is ripped off of him. His shirt, his pants are ripped off of him. Um, his shoes are gone off his feet, and scratches were just coming out of nowhere, like in threes. You see the scratches appear out of nowhere, and I'm trying to figure out what's scratching them. I'm looking for the possum, for the tacuache, and I can't see no possum. So then as I'm looking, I could see something over there in the corner, and when I looked at it, it was very tall. It was a dark figure, and I could see the red eyes looking at me. As I was looking at it, it was looking at me. He dropped my grandfather. It dropped my grandfather on the ground, and it wasn't holding him up. My grandfather was elevated by some kind of energy. He dropped my grandfather on the ground, and he lunged at me. And when he lunged at me, he was coming in the form of smoke, like black smoke, or we could say a disembodied spirit. That's why I call him the DDN, disembodied demonic Nephilim. He's coming straight towards me, but I could feel the angels the presence of angels around me and behind me. So instead of making contact with me, it went out the window. It broke the window, and all that smoke or spirit, dark spirit, went out the window. But it didn't make contact with me. Um, my grandmother, I heard my grandmother like, "What's going on? What's going on?" And I just, the only thing I could tell her was "El bulto negro," which means the dark shadow. And I said, "Un bulto negro grande, grande." I tell her, "Big, big shadow, big shadow." You know, when they got him, he was all cut up. That they had to take him to the emergency room to get stitched up. He had scratches all over his body. I don't know how many stitches he's got that day, but he got a lot of stitches after that attack, the spiritual attack, I would say. He was never the same. My grandpa was never the same after that attack, in which, you know, he
Excuse me,
passed
I got to
away
take
after that.
this. Huh? What's going on? Uh, what's going on?
Here we go. Oh, this I don't know what you're talking about, sister. I know he's got a shirt that's got a werewolf, just like I got a shirt. It's got a picture of a werewolf. Let me see, I can show it to y'all better. There you go. For Werewolf Wednesday. Yes. So my grandfather, he got a lot of stitches that day. They took him to the emergency room. Our town doesn't have a hospital. They had to drive him like 26 miles so they can check him out. They stitched him up, all the scratches he had all over his body. He had him on his head, on his face. He was all scratched up, you know. After that, he wasn't the same. He got older, and it wasn't the same after that. That spiritual attack. I'll say it like that. Spiritual attack. I mean, what opening he had, I do not know. But if he did get spiritually attacked, but what I call the DDN, the disembodied demonic Nephilim, that was the first time I've seen the DDN, disembodied demonic. It was pretty tall, but it's the abilities that it have to look like something with the red eyes, but then it's in smoke form, or should I say shadow form? Not shadow, I'll say spirit form because it's not here in the flesh. So for anybody to say that these things, right? Uh, Werewolf, Dogman, Lycanthrope, and the things that I witnessed, to me, they're not flesh beings. They're more of uh, demonic in nature. That they're able to manifest into anything, and they can make contact with somebody if that person has a spiritual opening. If they have a spiritual opening, then they have jurisdiction over them, and they can attack.
Sorry, I had to step away, cousin. My niece fell down because she fainted, busted her nose on the table, and she's in the ER.
Oh, sorry to hear that, cousin. You gotta
Yeah,
go
man.
to?
No, no, no. She got her man over there, man. I'm good.
Oh,
I can't see to drive at night, no how. That's why I'm finding it kind of hard to go visit you because you know how long it takes to get here to there, and then the time we're gonna spend together, probably going on an investigation in the woods, and then by the time I get there from there to here, it'll be dark and I won't be able to see. I can't see the lines at night. Yeah, she didn't. If anything's wrong with her, she's in the right place. She's in the hospital, so she's probably like that. Do well. You know what? I was gonna do something, but I'm pretty sure we're being watched tonight, so I'm gonna be on my best behavior. So where were we? Werewolves, cousin?
So
Uh,
yeah, I was talking about what I witnessed with my grandfather, and I had already witnessed some things before that, when I was younger with the curandera. But when I seen that thing attack my grandfather, it was pretty massive, and he had red eyes, but it's more of an unclean spirit, demonic. That's why I call them disembodied demonic Nephilim because they're here. They're pretty big, the manifestations. But as long as you always maintain a heavenly love foundation and place Jesus Christ first, uh, the Heavenly Father will protect you from anything of this nature.
hi, Luandita.
The only way they can attack you if they have some kind of jurisdiction, or if somebody did something, sent something their way. You know. Yeah, Satan goes after saints, priests, newly converted, repentant. Why? Each of them may convert more. He loses souls. Hello, Sister Madeline. How you doing?
You know, earlier somebody asked a question, man. That what werewolfism was? Was it a bite, a curse, or somebody said that they thought it was like a little bug that's inside you poisoning you? I believe it's a curse, man. It's a soul that's cursed.
It's kind of like a possession, or if a person has a spiritual opening. I believe which was the king that they said that he would transform into a wolf or something. The one that was married to a lot of women. Well, I don't think it was that he was transforming into a wolf. It was just that he was living in sin and he
Yeah,
left a spiritual opening to get spiritually attacked. So it was more of
wasn't it
a
Solomon?
possession.
Wasn't
I think
Solomon the
like
one that was
possession.
married?
Yes, like a possession. But when somebody gets demonized, they can change form. When somebody changes, when a demon possesses somebody, then the individual, the demon that's in charge of that vessel, can make the vessel look different because it's in charge of it. And that's why like all these exorcisms where they said people change and they look different is because they're not in charge of their bodies anymore. It's something that has possessed their body, so they're going to look different. Uh, and they can take any manifestation that they want. Just like the demon that I encountered that was trying to get me to go astray. And I know we're talking about werewolves, but I'm saying this that he told me, you know, it told me that when it passed by my house, that it could have uh, turned into any form. So what is it saying that if it said it could turn into any form? It could turn into a werewolf, into any kind of animal, into a person, that he has those abilities. So it's more of a spiritual thing, but just because something takes a form doesn't mean that it's here in the flesh. It's here in spirit. So that's why you tie bind and rebuke it in Jesus Christ's name, and it vanishes, or you go into prayer and he can't win, so it'll disappear. But if you have a spiritual opening, like if you have hatred, anger, fear, believing in other things, or believing in things like that because of the manifestation it takes, then it automatically has jurisdiction over you because you're leaving your vessel open. And there's a lot of people that I try to tell don't believe in those things. Even though the people might see something, doesn't mean that it's real. You know, Bigfoot community is a big one of the ones that they want to believe in Bigfoot. What if Bigfoot is a demon? Then what are you really believing in? You know what you're doing, right? If you're believing in a in a Bigfoot, but if it's really a demon, then you believe in the demon, then you're wide open for a spiritual attack. That's the only thing I have to say about that. And there's a lot of people in the Bigfoot community that you could tell they have negative attachment on them, and he has full control of these individuals. Um, that the only way to be able to free them is to pray for them, tie bind and rebuke the unclean spirits that are in them, right? Tie bind and rebuke in Jesus Christ's name. It's kind of like that's the only way they can be freed from the bondage, but is if they want to be free, because if they got them, it's got to believe them that it's 100% real, then he already got some what he wants. So that's an easy soul to collect, right? That's a win-win situation for the demon that's manifesting, so people can believe in it. That's why I try to tell people: be careful of what you're believing in. Believe in Jesus Christ.
Um, I'm sorry to disagree with you, Lawrence and Jaime and whoever, but the king that was the richest was the one that had all the wives from foreign lands, and God turned away from him because he was letting them sacrifice in the high places, and he was the one that married Jezebel. So it was King Solomon that had all the wives, and he sinned against God by letting them sacrifice to Baal and all the other demons. So yeah, I hate to disagree with y'all. No, it wasn't Daniel. It was King Solomon, man. I don't know. I heard that it was a gypsy curse, Joe Burgess. The werewolf thing was supposedly a gypsy curse.
Basically, the gypsies they summon them through witchcraft and necromancy. It's a summons. They summons and there's just basically thing that comes, but it's a demon, that they summon. Uh, just like what happened to me. The story that happened to me that I shared with you. What happened to me at the club when I was in Germany. When I met that gypsy girl. She was like I was 19 and she was like around my age, 19 or 20. We
Well,
were just
Santiago, man.
relaxing, chilling at the bar. And let me see. Let me read these comments. That's what I'm trying to say, Sister Madeline. We know of a certain individual that's a little bit crazy. I ain't going to mention her name. You know, see, I'm going to call her is the Snake Dana. I won't say her last name. The Snake Dana. Uh, when she got mad at me because I prayed for her, but she got mad at me because I did not agree to what she was saying she saw, that she said that she seen something that was real and that there was blood and all this stuff, that it was something real. That's what she was trying to tell me. But I told her that if she tied by every brick in Jesus Christ's name, that if it disappeared or whatever, then it wasn't something that's real. It's something that's in spirit. So that's the pet peeve that she got with me, is because I believe she does have some issues, and the issues is because, to me personally, is how she is an individual. She has a lot of spiritual openings. Very wicked individual. Whoever that hasn't followed on SCE News, I'm placing all my evidence out there about this individual that's been attacking me for about 4 or 5 years. I'm exposing them. But that's a very wicked woman. And I wouldn't be surprised when she's seen something coming at her. When you're wicked, karma comes back. And what came at you that you're trying to tell me, I know why you were telling me that. is because you try to do something to me. I didn't accept the negativity, and the negativity you tried to send my way, it went back to you. That's why you're pissed off at me because the Heavenly Father, Jesus Christ, protects me. That's why you're mad. And yes, it was going back for you because that's what you dealt. I know how brujas work, and that's what you are, a bruja. So it went back to you seven times fold. I'm just letting you and your camp, you try to wish anything bad towards me, it's going back to you. I don't care who you are. It will go back to you because the Heavenly Father does protect me and for those that I pray here on spiritual encrypted encounters. So that's what she got mad because I didn't want to believe. She was trying to get me to believe, and I said no, it's not something real. But she's a wicked lady, so she was trying to see if she could get me to get a spiritual opening so she can work her freaking voodoo hoodoo or her brujeria, but it didn't work because I'm maintain my faith and believe in Jesus Christ, and I will continue. So that's what she was really mad about. And keep on messing around, and I deflect negativity all the time. Okay, let me see what's systematic. When people invest all of the time and energy in something, they give power. It is up turning into yeah, unintentional worship.
It was a snake style, Smurfy. As you can see, cousin, I am keeping myself frosty. I'm not trying to. I'm not transform into this.
Lawrence Morris said he turned into a beast for 7 years. Well, shit, we know beasts that are still here amongst us because their personality is like a beast, wicked and beastly. They look beastly. They look like a big heifer.
She had hairy underarms and a whopping good. There goes the Brimalo.
Kool-Aid.
There goes the Brimalo.
Lulu Lulu.
You made me do that, cousin. I was trying to hang back and be cool, man. Now we just gave
That's
them
all right,
something more to
man.
talk about. Don't they know that they're
Yeah,
gonna get the kids involved? They're gonna get
there's
the
some
gay
people that
community.
this way. There's some evil people, brothers and sisters. We're joking around right now. That's all they do. And nothing else better to do but to troll people just to see what kind of dirt they can find on them. And then, they want to go against people in a negative way, but then when you put them on spiritual blast or you roast them, they don't like it. Kool-Aid.
Hey man, well, but excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, but that's when they start saying, "Oh, my panucha hurts." You can't be gangster and then do the victim card thing, man. Come on, man. You want to play, but you don't want to take it. So don't play if you can't take it. Because we don't do nothing nice and easy. We do it rough.
Don't say that too loud, cousin, because they do got a member in the camp that's a little bit got a well, he's got a lot of sugar in his tank, and he admits it too. What's his name? The fairy guy.
Don't get me to mention any names, cousin. I'm gonna leave a Schmeckle to himself. Ah, my precious. Smeagol. At least Smeagol to himself. I'm
Yeah,
trying
I've seen a
to
couple of them coming here
Madeline.
with their fake profiles, trolling.
I'm trying to Madeline, but Primo is pulling it out of me. I shouldn't say pull it out, huh? Because
Yeah, you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful with your words. Well, what was the the wicked lady? They remind me of certain individual that's wicked. Uh, to live near the ocean in that tower.
The
She was
wicked
a
lady.
Jezebel. What was her name? The one that lived up by the ocean. Uh, that had a like a statue of her, stuff like that in Babylon. I can't remember
Hmm.
her name, but a lot of sailors died in her hands because she was very wicked. So what happened? She fell. That she fell off the. And when she landed in the streets, that the dogs came and ate her.
That was Jezebel. That was Jezebel.
Jezebel.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. There's a lot of Jezebel spirits in a certain group. I ain't gonna say no names. AI. A
Hookers and dealers and pimps. Oh my.
lot of Jezebel spirits there. Jezebel spirits that are heifers.
Don't be saying that Smurfy. That could be misconstrued, brother. It's at the tip of your tongue.
They say they're Christians, but then they want to come with the trope profiles and attack and say a lot of bad things about our friends, and then when we say something in response to them, how they've been acting like idiots, then they get pissed off because we're calling them out. We're not calling them out. We're just freaking letting them know that we ain't gonna be taking their crap, you know.
No,
So
it's not
yeah, so
Jezebel. It's
we are
Jezebel,
taking
not
shots at them
Jezebel.
right now. And the other guy, he's got the. I'm gonna be honest with you. The things that comes out of the guy's mouth, he's got demons. The demons that he has in him is the demons from Babylon. I mean, from Sodom and Gomorrah. All the abominations that were happening. That's a spirit that that guy has,
King
because the
Cooper?
only thing that comes out of his mouth is something perverted.
King
So
Cooper?
that individual needs a lot of help, but that's the path that he's chosen. So be it. He's got the, and we already know what happened to the people of Sodom and Gomorrah and what their fate will be for people that go against the Heavenly Father. What the fate is, the fate is already sealed. It's never too late to repent for your sins and ask God for forgiveness. And you can tell your LGBT community of what I'm saying. I don't care. You can tell them whatever you want to tell them.
I really don't care what they say, man, because I
I
know it's
don't
in
even think you're
truth.
part of the community. I think you're just an abomination. Honestly, you're a sick, perverted individual. And I'm talking about you. What's his name? Gayer, Chris, whatever the hell his name is. That fairy that's been talking crap. Yeah, you're abomination. You're sick in the head.
Be careful, man. He wants to get the ABCDEFG squad on us, man. He's trying to get them mad so they'll come after us. But it's called free speech for a reason, man. You think you're the only right one that has a right to free speech? You say something, we're gonna retort. Simple as that. I'm trying to keep my cool and my mouth under control, and I keep pointing at my wolf to signal to my cousin to get back on topic.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to keep on going, cousins. I thought, Dad, look at cousin. I'm on a roll right now.
Yeah, no, man, they're gonna do what they do and play victim, man. Let's just move the show along and back on topic,
That's what they
man.
do. They're always whining about something. That guy that don't want to work, blames everybody for blames everybody in the whole world. If you haven't bought a rubber ducky for $20, you're his enemy. He wants you to donate $20 for a little rubber ducky that costs probably like 15 cents.
$5. $5.
Yeah.
$5. Look, it's porcelain. It comes with a box. Another $5. Look,
I,
it
I
comes
got
with a
so much
box.
evidence on that fool. I got so much evidence on the guy, man. I'm gonna just give it to his ex-wife so he can submit it in the courts of how he's been acting during his this child custody.
I'll throw in the other one for another $20. Come on, man. I need it.
Okay,
I need it.
we're going back to the topic. Go ahead, cousin. I'll let you have the floor for a little bit. Let's go back to the
Where-
topic of
The
the
werewolves.
dogman, the werewolves. I'm just saying, stop messing with our friends. As you continue to mess with with our friends, we're going to continue to. I'm going to continue to put out evidence how wicked y'all are on SCE News, and I'll put you on blast here. I don't care. I don't care about your feelings, about that you say you're a Christian, but you're not. I don't care. I don't care who you're affiliated with, who's in your camp. I really don't give a shit. That's coming from spiritual encrypted encounters. I do not care. Now it's your turn, cousin. You got the floor.
Now you missed one, Smurfy. It's earth, wind, fire, water, earth, and then metal. Anyway, where were we? Madeline says she'll pay $20 if he does a live with Kool-Aid Cow and Janice Hurt sumo wrestle for his affection. Oh man.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry, it's been a little bit. You got to understand, members of spiritual encrypted encounters. We've been targeted for a very long time, and I just don't got time to be I don't got time to be playing games with these people because the guy he's not a man at all. And then the women, they're old and demented,
On it.
you know, they're old and demented. They have mental issues. Uh, but that's all they do. They want to mess with anybody associated with spiritual encrypted encounters, paranormal roundtable. They got issues.
Primo, what they want to do is they want to be able to say and do whatever they want and not have anybody respond and call them out on their bullshit, man. And you know me, man. The way you talk to me, keep that same energy because that's the same energy I'm gonna redirect at you. Be careful that be glad that we're not live face to face, where I can get my hands on you because uh, I don't mind catching a charge, man. Won't be the first time, won't be the last. Anyway, werewolf. I saw
Primo,
a
primo.
werewolf. I saw a werewolf
Yeah,
in
primo.
Mississippi. I saw a werewolf in Mississippi back in 2018. He was walking around the cotton bales that were already set for sale and they were waiting to be loaded into the trailers. And he was walking around the plant like he owned the place. We chased him into the cottonseed storage, which he teleported out of there, and then we chased him in pickups. I chased him on foot because you know I'm an idiot. I was running after him with just a box cutter as I was running through one of the dark spots in the.
So you look like a little duende compared to him because he was real tall.
Yeah, I look like Madeline. But yeah, I was running through one of the dark parts of the plant, man, of the yard, and all my senses reacted, and I looked to my right, and it was standing right by a cotton module, man. Cotton modules are like anywhere from 7 to 8 feet tall, and this thing was taller than the module. So I'm thinking anywhere from 10 to 11 feet tall. It was. It had brown fur and red eyes and really pointed teeth. When we looked at each other, man, we man, when they just don't make Abe shrink me down when I'm in the middle of the story.
Sister Madeline says, do either of you think the government would try to use Nephilim DNA to bring them back or use them? or a government is wicked, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do something like that if they were have some remains of the Nephilim, the bones or something. But you know,
Well,
I would say,
I heard
what do you
that
say, brother?
I heard that they went into Egypt and stole the body of Gilgamesh to try to bring him back to life. But anyway, like, back to the werewolf story. Um, I approached it and we locked eyes, and I was walking toward it, man, with just my trusty box cutter. And then it started sinking into the ground. And right when I got about maybe 6 feet from it, it blinked and there was a puff of smoke, and then it smelled like rotten eggs, man. So it kind of like sunk into I guess it evaporated into the ground. Whatever it did, it went into the ground. It phased, and that's the last I saw it. All that I smelled was the rotten eggs. So yeah, uh, that werewolf back in 2018 in Mississippi.
See, a lot of groups, there's a lot of people that have stories. They have stories about these things. But here in spiritual and cryptid encounters, I've got proof that they do exist. I do have a couple of videos that show them, that show how they are, how they move. But one for sure that you can see it where it's looking. It's pretty tall and it's looking at me, and it looks like you want to call it a werewolf, a lycanthrope,
A loop,
a
a loop,
dogman. I
a
have a
loop,
video that
a
I will
loop,
share.
loop.
Go ahead and
So,
continue your story. I'm gonna go look for this video because
welcome, Lisa
it's
Haskins.
interesting.
How you doing? Welcome to the show. Hope you're enjoying it. Yes, Lawrence. I guess it's sulfur, but yeah, it disappeared into the ground, man. And like I said, when it blinked, it was like a puff of white smoke, and then it just smelled awful, man. The other idiots like me were across the highway in the middle of a field looking for it, and it had completely teleported to the other side of the highway where I was. I'm thinking that if I hadn't sensed it and run past it, it probably would have attacked me from behind. But yeah, I'm just
They like to they like to sneak up from behind, cousin. Those manifestations of DDN. That's why the attack is from behind. They like uh hitting you or pushing you from behind.
yeah, no. The thing with that, cousin, is like you noticed even when you're on your lives that I'm in the chat. I always warn you before they attack you because I feel them, man. I'm very sensitive to when they're around, and all my senses reacted, and that's the only way I was able to find out where he was. Because not only did I feel him, I knew exactly where he was because I was circulating my chi. Yeah, there's the same thing, Lisa Foy. They're just different names for him: Dogman, Werewolf, Lycanthrope, Luke. They have many cultures have different names for them, but it means the same thing.
Some
But
people named them a certain way because they say that they encountered it, but they really don't no show no proof or no videos of it. I mean, they have stories, which some might be made up, some might be real. We wasn't there, but me, I have evidence of them because I've gone and done the investigations, and I do got evidence of this, how they look and what they do, which I'm looking for the video right now so I can share with y'all.
I haven't seen you in a while, Alto Native. Welcome. But yeah, and then couple of days later after that, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, man. I used to have a katana blade, and I used to meditate with it every day for hour, 2 hours. I used to meditate with that blade unsheathed, circulating my chi through the blade. Uh, I got into a disagreement with a guy there that would live with us, and they sent him home because he tried to disembowel me when we got off of the pickup that we were riding in. So they sent him home for trying to disembowel me. And then I was telling the boss guy, hey man, that guy's got he's handling my weapon. He goes, what do you mean? My sword is crying out to me that somebody is handling it. And he called bullshit on that. So, when I got home, I looked through my room and it wasn't there. I thought, and that guy was gone. And I told him, hey man, my blade is missing. He goes, no, it's not. And then I go, wait a minute. It's crying to me. He goes, what? He had just seen me walk out of the house, and I told him it's crying to me. So he goes, "We'll find it then." So I started walking around the whole house on the outside, and I went down toward the woods that were on the side of the house, on one side of the cemetery, and my blade was right there in the tall grass. I mean, it called to me. It told me exactly where it was, and he freaked out. He goes, "How did you do that?" It's because I told you that it was crying to me that it was being handled by somebody that wasn't me, and then it was crying to me to let me know where exactly it was. So I picked up the blade, I put it in the house, and the guy left. And as I was standing on the back porch, I looked to my right, and there at the edge of the woods by the creek, I saw a gray
Okay.
she wolf. I saw a gray she wolf, and that's the one that followed us from Mississippi all the way to South Texas. No, Smurfy, I'm not trying to get the blade possessed, but every sword has a soul, man. And if you can infuse your chi into the soul of the sword, there's nothing that you can't cut. Be it physical, be it spiritual, because even angels use swords, man. A sword is a sword on any plane. If you infuse it with your life force, then you can cut anything.
Those photos, brother Melvin, I'm saving them for Friday when you come live with me. I will share them. I'll share them then. Yeah, he sent me some photo of some prints of some giant footprints. They believes they're dog men. Uh, but I told him I'll share them when we do the live on Friday. Go ahead, cousin.
I'm trying to read the comments. Yes, Alto Native, a sword has a soul. It is born with a soul. Because even angels use swords in the spiritual plane. So if you can infuse your life energy or your chi into your blade to awaken the soul of the sword, it makes it even sharper because it doesn't matter on what plane you use it, it will still cut. Well, that's my belief anyway. Abe may not believe in that, but I do. But anyway, we saw that I saw that gray she wolf, and I knew it was a she wolf because it had multiple breasts. Yes, Madeline. Every sword has a soul, and if you circulate your chi up and down your meridian and focus it through your hand into the pommel of the sword, force it into the blade and make it rotate, then you infuse yourself into the sword. And if anybody touches it that is not you, your sword will call out to you that it's being handled. Yes, he taught me most of how to channel my chi. Yes, Lawrence, that is how you do it, but you have to circulate it through the middle of your body, through your navel, up and down your back, around and back up through your meridian, man. You have to circulate it. You have to make it spin. And like I used to tell my brother-in-law, man, he used to think that when you break something, that you're using bone, and you're not using the bone when you're breaking stuff, man. You put a spirit energy into your the top layer of your skin, and that's what actually does the breaking, man. Is the chi. The chi is what does the breaking, not the bone.
Shoot, I don't even know if I shared the live, cousin. Let me go check. I didn't even share it. I don't think I
you,
shared it,
you
honestly.
know, you know, I'm right, Murphy. You gotta chant. You gotta make that chi spin, and when you hit your enemy, you hit him with negative chi, and it disrupts his whole electrical system in his body. Snake style. Murphy.
Yeah, let me
And
share, man. We're getting so much into the topic, I forgot to share the live.
you know, that's probably why we
Yeah.
haven't really gotten very many trolls.
No, we got a lot of viewers. We still got a lot of viewers in spite of that.
You know, everybody
Great
likes to
visit.
tune in on Werewolf Wednesday, man. Ooh.
Let me share it to the groups, cousin.
Yes,
Go ahead.
Lawrence, everything in your body is electrical, man. You have frequencies. When you hit somebody with negative chi, it goes into their body and it disrupts all their energy flow, man. And it might even mess up their meridian and they can no longer focus chi. Yeah, I know how that is, Lawrence. Both of my shoulders are frozen, man. I have trouble picking my arms up. When I pick them up like that, it feels like they're ripping them out from right here, like everything is tearing. But I used to be pretty good, man. When I was a young man, I was untouchable. My daddy and my master taught me well.
There you go. I shared it.
Yeah, Lawrence, pain can be let out of the limbs, man. The fingertips and the toes. You just gotta let all that pain go out and flow out of your body, man. My primo knows, man. That's why he's telling these people, man, that they're messing with the wrong one, man. They really are. I'm 56 years old, man, and there's very few 25-year-olds that can see these coming, man. By the time they see them, they already hate them. I can hit and snap a punch so hard, man, that it would make the modules shake. I could pick them up from a corner with one punch, man. You just focus that punch, man. You gotta snap it. They would laugh, man. They were like, "Oh, gee, I don't want to mess with you," because they see me punching the modules, and the cotton would be falling off on the other side because the energy would go through to the other side of the module. And I'm fast, man. You heard the term quicker than a hiccup? Well, that's me. Anyway, getting back to the werewolf. Ooh. That werewolf followed us, man. That she wolf followed us from Mississippi, man. We were doing 80, 85, and it was still looking in the back door. The people in the back of the Tahoe that we were driving, they were like away from the door, sitting in the middle of the seat. I was like
You
this.
said it was. You said it was raining too, no, primo,
It
when that
started
happened.
raining. It started raining when we got into Texarkana, and that's where we lost it. But it found us eventually in Raymondville. But yeah, they were scared, man. In the back seat, they were like huddling up in the middle of the seat, away from the doors, man, because it was right there looking. I don't know anything that can breathe that can do 85 miles an hour. Well, Lawrence, I can honestly tell you, I never went around looking for fights, but I did finish a lot of them. I was trying to fight that werewolf. I was trying to fight the werewolf, man. Hey, if I would have been able to beat it, dude, that would have been something I could brag about, cuz I beat up a werewolf. And I can already hear the Mexican people. Ah! No manches, way.
Much his way. Yeah, they can say, yeah, I beat up a saber-tooth tiger.
I rode a
I beat up a
unicorn.
saber-tooth tiger. Oh, man. I don't know, man. Was somebody seeing saber-tooth tigers? I think that somebody had said something about the giant Gandar. You think it's a true story? I believe that it is a what do you call it? Like a pasta. There was a thing where the soldiers they said, let's create a story to see if people buy into it. You know, they buy into the story, and they created the story of the giant Gandar just to see how many people were gonna think that was true. And as you can see, a lot of people think it was true, but it was something that was made up. I read into it where they were talking about it, that they had a competition. They had different stories that people were making just to see which one was going to be the one that was going to beat all the other stories. Uh, because they were going to put it out there to see who bought into the story to see if it's real or not.
Madeline,
So that's what
listen,
I'm into is that it was something that was made up. It was something that really happened.
Hammer Fist, Jaime Alanis. And yes, Madeline, the most important thing my father taught me about martial arts, patience. That was the final lesson he taught me because I had none. I went around half cocked, doing all kinds of stuff, beating people up. And the last lesson he taught me was patience. Now I have a lot more patience. I haven't hit anybody in anger since 1997. And yes, Jaime, the Dimmock is a hammer fist. That's all I can disclose about that. Anyway, enough of martial arts. Let's get back to the werewolf.
Like I said before, brothers and sisters, I always say that this DDN, the only way you can fight them is spiritually. You can't fight them physically. You can be a boxer, you can know martial arts, you can have weapons. How you're not going to be able to fight something that's in spirit. But I believe with the she that if it manifests to look like a tree and your spirit makes contact with a tree, that it's possible that you might hurt it or injure the spirit, or you could be in danger because since it's spirit to spirit, then it might try to possess you. So that's where you have to be careful. The careful part about it, because it's a spiritual thing. But you can fight spiritually that way. I used to fight spiritually in that form when I was in Elms Grove, but then I noticed that the things that I was facing uh, were in spirit form. So the only way I was able to fight against them was through Jesus Christ. I had to put up everything I had. Yeah, although weapons, whatever I had, to put it all up, and I started fighting spiritually through prayer. That's the only way. But uh, what cousin Jesse knows, yeah, it could be. So I tell this people, you don't want to mess with cousin Jesse. I've been telling you, just like I tell you, you don't want to talk bad about a combat veteran because And this, while I'm speaking, they're always listening. My brother in arms are always listening, man. So I'm just telling you, just making it worse for yourself. Just leave us alone, let us do our thing, and we'll be good to go.
You want to see something
Trust
funny?
me. Go ahead, cuz.
Apparently, Truth Lies and social media says this is me and you.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The only thing I gotta say about Dirty Ike, whenever you want some, come get some, man. Stop hiding behind the females. I'll teach you a lesson of a lifetime you'll never forget.
Yeah, man. But
This combat veteran will take you to school, and I'm not mad. I'm not making no threat. I'm just telling you, I'll take you to school, but cousin Jesse, even cousin Jesse will take you to school.
I'll take you to school, then I'll eat your
He's
lunch.
like a little kid, man. He's like a little kid that he's slow. His mind is slow. Then he's a he's not a man, that's for sure. So shout out to Sister Melissa Hayes for raising little Hunter. She's doing an excellent job as a mother for the past 2 years. As a matter of fact, she's had him for the holidays. Round of applause to Sister Melissa Hayes. We're doing an awesome job. And I will continue to keep you in prayer so you could have full custody of little Hunter.
Yeah, we know they're watching. We're not trying to come at them in any kind of way, but if you keep posting stuff like this, and then they say we're the racists, come on, man. Dude, I'm more Indian than you, bro.
We are.
And we're from South Texas, man. We're more Indian than you, man. Just because you got a card saying you're a native, man, doesn't make you native, bro. If you were native, you wouldn't be begging for money, man. You have some of that casino money.
No, he's Native, and his name is Fat Hole. Fat Hole.
I'm serious, man. If he was actually a Native American, he would have some of that casino money, man. What his tribe doesn't have own one of the casinos. Anyway, enough about that, and back to the werewolf.
My granddaughters are native from Choctaw. They get money from the tribe.
Who's
So I don't know
Melissa?
what he's talking about.
Who's Melissa? Lisa Hashkin is lifting up Melissa. Who's Melissa? Prayers for
Sister
Melissa.
Melissa is the one that's raising little Hunter,
Hmm.
which is the ex of Corn the Cob. She's for listen, let's talk a little bit about this before we go back to werewolves. Let's go to this dumb wolf. This guy has been telling people for about what 2 3 years when they took Hunter that Hunter's coming back home, asking for 2 years, asking for donations and donations and donations. But for the past 2 years, Sister Melissa Hayes has been raising Hunter, and little Hunter is very happy with her. He hasn't given her a single dime because he's a deadbeat dad. So she's the one that's been raising him. So any donations should be going to somebody is to her. He just doesn't work. He doesn't want to work.
Where is Walks with Bear when we need her?
He don't want to work. I
I'm
think he said he
laughing
was
at
working
you.
at a 7-Eleven, but I doubt it. You don't want to work. That's all right. Don't work. But when they hit you up for the child support and you're backed up, we already know where you're going.
Oh, I need a 20. I need a 20. Oh, yeah, let me smoke it in the can. Oh, what a rush.
They got
Nah,
nothing else
man.
better to do. It's like it's funny to me. What is it? Not funny. It's just they're idiots, man. I just say it straight up. They're idiots. I don't go to their YouTube channel to see what they're saying. To none of them. I don't go to Fartons to none of those individuals. I don't go to their to see what they're doing.
Yeah,
Leave
man.
the time for that.
On the real dude, the dude with the hat looks
I'm
like my
not
brother.
interested.
Looks like my brother Joe. That's how big my brother Joe is. You don't want to mess with my brother Joe, man. Oh, that's the wrong one. The leader of the West Side Diablos. That's a cool name, Rich Runner.
Aguila was my nickname given to me by my grandmother, which means eagle.
Oh no, man. They call me Squatting Dog.
That's my nickname, Aguila, primo, eagle.
Welcome, Shade Viking. How are you doing, brother? Yeah, well, we've been out here an hour and 46 minutes, man. So we've been doing good. It's Werewolf Wednesday. Welcome.
Welcome to Werewolf Wednesday.
Ooh, no
Yeah,
mames.
man, you can put any kind of Mexican stuff or whatever. It's not gonna bother me, man. It just all I'm
Hey, I'm
saying
Mex-
is you're just making an idiot out of yourself.
why would
That
it bother me?
you're
I'm
you're
Mexican.
you're McGee, Steve Michael. You're exposing yourself that nobody wants to associate with you, bro. Nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to associate with you. You're doing it to yourself. The only people who want to associate with you is your troll profiles, and that's just your troll profiles associate with you. And of course, the demented women that you got what Kool Aid. You got demented Janet and demented Dana on your camp, and whoever else is affiliated. I really don't care, bro. I don't really don't care what you say, what you do. If you were to jump off a bridge, I wouldn't care. There's water or no water, I wouldn't care. I'm just doing my own thing. Let me do my own thing. Let us do our own thing here on Spiritual Encryptors, and you go do your shit show that is not interested or nobody views it. You're just
Pinche
mad because
rumor.
nobody wants to buy your rubber duckies for $20 a pop. Renner.
It's funny, man. I was watching, reading some stuff earlier that we were posting, and they had a program had no views. It had been up for 17 hours and no views, man. I don't understand,
Zero
man.
views. Nobody wants to associate with that fool.
Nobody wants to see your garbage, Holmes. And I heard y'all had a reunion. I'm glad y'all had the reunion, man. I hope y'all caught up and talked about when you were throwing rocks, saying that it was a Bigfoot. Did y'all talk about the roaches that were on your truck window? Did you talk about how you dressed somebody up in a Bigfoot costume and you were chasing them around? Come on, man, get real. We don't have to fake nothing
Man.
here. Anything that we talk about here, we have video footage, man, that confirms what we're talking about. So we're not just running off at the mouth. And all the females here, they're ladies, unlike your channel.
Puras putas over there.
You
Cochinas
you over there
putas
with
over there.
you over there with the tortas. You're trying to get me and my cousin to have. You're the one that has tortas. You can't even say, "Hey, Kool-Aid," because here comes the whale.
The only way you can get that Kool-Aid to talk is you have to honk the horn. Como las vacas. Que se ven las vacas when you honk the horn. So you can sit her in the chair. You got to honk the horn. Come sit in the chair.
Anyway, man,
Pinche, pinche
uh,
vaca.
we're 10 minutes away from 2 hours, cousin. Let us keep going. I still got 45%.
There you go. Go ahead, cousin. Share whatever you want to share. Speak to whatever you want to say, primo.
There was one time, man, after we buried my mom, my friend, the one that turns into a lechuza, we were drinking, and well, I was drinking in the driveway of my mom's house, and out of nowhere, I hear a screeching sound, and we turn around, and this big black lechuza lands on top of a telephone pole where the waterworks used to be across the street from my mom's house.
Hmm.
And it's looking at us and it's squawking, man. It's squawking, well, whistling. And I'm about to say something, and my friend Juan puts his hand on my chest and he tells me no. He walks out past the driveway, and he told it something. As soon as he finished what he told it, it flew off, man, and then I see it fall to the floor behind Olga's store. And it was making all kinds of noise back there, man. I don't know what he told it, but I think he killed it.
You killed it.
Yeah, because it was flying and it fell out of the sky. It tried to fly away and fell out of the sky. It was making all kinds of noise back there in the alley.
How big was the lechuza?
Dude, it was big. I'm saying it was maybe it was on top of that pole, but it was huge, man. It could have been 6, 7 feet tall, but it was huge and it was black, jet black. Welcome, Cyborg Boxing. How you doing, brother? So yeah, I don't know. I should have paid more attention to what he told it, man. But since I have been drinking, man, I really wasn't paying attention. I don't remember what he told it, but whatever he said, it was just one word that he said, and when it flew off, it fell right out of the sky, man, and you could hear that it was in agony.
Yeah, there was always lechuzas there, primo, that I can remember. Right back Ola Contreras, where they had the water plant. There always lechuzas up there, and the shadow figures that you would see them at the park, moving around at the park.
It's because it wasn't a black owl, Lawrence. It was a lechuza. It was 6 to 7 feet tall, standing on top of that pole. Smurfy, if I would have thrown dollars at it, it would have gave me a show.
Man, one of these days we should go there so that we could take a recording of these things that's out there. So see if we can capture it, man. But man, I don't like going to the valley.
I don't either, man.
And I'll go if I have to, but uh, there's a lot of activity there, man. Real hot and heavy.
It is witch central, man. Like I can tell everybody when I talk about it, and I'm not playing. Everybody and their grandmother is a witch or warlock in that town. Yeah, it's better when you experience it, cyborg boxing, because that's something that you'll never forget in your lifetime. When I talk about it, the hairs on my arms and the back of my neck stand up, man. No, I've never seen a werewolf with other entities.
I've seen a werewolf with what seems to be a Sasquatch or a troll. I think I have a picture of it where it's standing. They're standing side by side by a tree.
Pendejo. They're trying to make a huggibus succubus joke, primo, but they're calling it the huggable.
Yes, I've seen exorcisms, and I've seen possessed people. I've gotten rid of the demons inside the persons that are possessed. Cast them out of them and set them free. And then I get them to repent for their sins and find out what the spiritual opening was that they had that attacked them, that they got possessed. Yes, I've helped them out spiritually uh, through Jesus Christ. I tie bound every wicked through Jesus Christ and set them free. I've always run into people that are possessed, and then of course you have the people that dabble in the dark arts. That's what they do. That they're wicked people, and I've dealt with them too, all through Jesus Christ.
We've helped people on this show live that had an affliction on them, man. Remember that dude that was all twitchy?
Yeah,
The dude that was all twitchy, man. And then when we prayed for him, it even got brighter in his room, and he you heard him go.
yeah, he left his body.
Mhm.
Whatever had control of him. Yeah. Okay. Let me share something real quick with y'all. Let me share this. How I told you that we have evidence here of these things that exist. So here we go. Let me go to it. So, okay, I'm gonna go to you, cousin Jesse.
Oh wow.
Get it bigger. There we go.
Mm-hmm, there he
This is
is.
this is
Stop.
this is this is regular speed right here. I told you I have evidence of them. I just don't say a story. I have evidence. I went back there to catch evidence. But there is, I believe, more than this out there. It just, I have the evidence. There you go, right there. Let me go to where that's at.
Where did you see that pic at, Lawrence? There's a huge wolf outside. Where did you see it? Uh-oh.
See, it's right here behind this tree. I'm gonna go slow, or try to go slow, so people can see it. It's right here. There it is. El lobo, el werewolf, el lobo, dogman, whatever you want to call it. There it is, right there. There it is. He's gonna show his teeth. See it? It's right here. It's moving. I want to play it. Just let it play so y'all can see how fast it moves. I do got one where it's slow motion. That's pretty tall. It's standing looking at me from above the trees. Can you see it, primo? Okay. Let me go. Let me go. Yes, I got a slow version of that. Yeah, it's very tall, man. I'm gonna find the other version of that video where it's a close up of it, and a close up of that, and it's like a closer look of it. Let's see if it's this one right here.
Sorry, man. I had to answer the call of the wild.
Okay, here we go. This is the one I want to share here. Let me go back to you because it's a closer. You can see it closer. Let me get it big here, and I'm gonna go to you, cousin Jesse, to get it big over there.
Go ahead, man.
Here we go. It's slower motion. You can see it open its mouth and everything. There you go. It opens its mouth and everything. I'm gonna go in there so they can see it. I can slow it down. Here you go, primo.
Yeah, I already see it right there. I see the mouth and the eyes.
Yeah, there, folks. See the teeth? It opens his mouth. See how it opened his mouth and he's got like his like the tongue sticking out, and it's got like horns here, whatever it is, whatever transformation that is. There you go. Ooh, you see that ugly look he gave me?
Yeah, that's the one that called you
Oh,
Marranito, right?
yeah, that's the one that called me little pig. He called me marranito. Look at that ugly look, man. Look at that ugly look he gave me, man. Show me his teeth. He was pissed. Watch. He turned his head right there. You can see it turned his head and everything. I'll let it
Hello,
run for a little bit so they can
hello,
check it out.
hello, Zoe Stark. Well, good morning, Joel. It was 7 a.m. over there. Welcome back, Josephine
I just
Senior.
want I just wanted to share this with y'all, just to show you that I have proof that of his existence. I just don't make up stories or write a book without proof. I have the proof in which I could write a book of this experience that I had of what happened in detail. Matter of fact, I have a video that I could even place as extra of this encounter because I have the video of when this happened.
Well, good night, Alto Neighbor.
It's pretty big. I just want to. We'll play that, and let me get back because I just wanted to share with y'all. You can find that on the short reels on YouTube, and also under HCS 895. There's a broader picture of this in there because when you on YouTube it edits out some of the picture, but on TikTok it shows like a broader picture, a bigger, a wider picture, so you're able to see it even better on HCS 895, which is my TikTok account. Okay, I'll stop sharing. I don't wanna freak anybody out. Here you go, cousin.
We're back, and we don't smoke crack.
I just had to share it, man. It's like one of many that I have,
Mm.
but you can see it.
Yes, Joe. Five degrees. Wow, that's cold as heck, man. Let me see how cold it is over here. It is 31 degrees, Joel, over here in Fort Worth, Texas.
31. So how long will be going on? 2 hours, primo, 2 hours.
Hey, cousin, Abe wants to join in, please.
Who?
Wolf. You can't have Werewolf Wednesday without the wolf, man.
Oh,
He's saying, throw me a
what's the
link.
link?
We're tossing you a bone, Wolf. Oh, want some Kool-Aid with it? Yeah, kind of
All
figured he
right.
was serious.
I'll show them a link. Yeah, if I can find
You on TikTok, Josephine? How many are in there with you? Just you? The last time I was in there, I got him up to 1,000 likes. I was in there by myself. I was working that thumb overtime like this. 17 over there, Lawrence. Wow. Do you see the wolf in there yet? Cuz
I'm trying to look them up here, but it's not showing me. I don't know if it's internet connection where he's at. I'm trying to look him up, but it's not showing him. Let me try this again.
Nelly, nobody wants Kool-Aid. Oh no! Yes, beyond the box, we have a troll issue.
There he is.
Yeah, no, Lawrence, I got it at like 69 in here, and I'm starting to get cold in here. I'm waiting for the heater to kick on here in a minute. Oh, everybody. They heard that Josh is coming, so they got their recording devices on. It's
Send
7
the link.
in Missouri. Montana, where you at, Lisa Haskins? 2 hours,
Yeah, HCS
cousin.
HCS 895 is my TikTok account. You said we're streaming over there too on TikTok?
Yeah. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Come on, Wolfman, where you at?
There he is.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey guys,
What's up,
How you
Josh?
doing, Brother Josh Turner? How you doing, Wolf?
what you guys doing tonight?
Werewolf
Uh,
Wednesday.
Werewolf
Werewolf
Wednesday.
Wednesday. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, we can't
We're
have
just
Werewolf
sharing some
Wednesday without
stories.
the wolf.
Yeah, Werewolf Wednesday, and then instead a freaking pendejo shows up. Well,
They always show up, Brother Josh. They've been showing up every day for the past as long as he's been trolling me, you know.
yeah. You know what's
Yeah.
funny? I can't stop laughing about this guy's you know, Mike and, you know, the whole little pack of these little degenerates that he runs around with. Let me tell you something, Mike. I'm gonna just say this to you. Nobody gives a flipping shit what you say. Look at your chat, dude. Okay, and I can't. I hope I'm not talking out of turn here because I'm not
No, go
100%
ahead.
sure, but everybody told me, you know, like a lot of people have told me that he doesn't get more than like 50 people. I think that's true because I'm honestly, I promise you, I do not go and look. So I'm not sure because I don't really have time. Like I'm working right now, but I'm about to have a little 2 hour window here where I can, you know, kind of do whatever and coast. Um, it's something that he doesn't know anything about, which is work. He doesn't work, so he just sits there with this fat little bald ass, just trolling people and messing with people because he's got nothing better to do. And then he turns around and they spin doctor it and claim that we're trolls. No, trolls go to other people's channels and they troll them. That's what they do. I am not a troll, Mike, because I don't go to y'all's channels and give a flipping rat's ass what y'all do. I don't care. And the thing is, Mike, all this crap you're saying, like, oh, what Maddie said is terrible. Let me tell you something, Mike. What I said about your sister was absolutely terrible. I said some fucked up shit about her. Me and you both, we sat there and we talked shit together. You and me, Mike, we both did it. You know why? Because I thought she was a total B word for coming after me because of my remarks about y'all's mother. But it didn't bother Mike at all. Mike did not care one bit what I said about his mom. But you did, Rhonda, because you defended your mom. You felt bad about it. And honestly, you know, everything that I said about Rhonda and Lowell and whoever else I said it about, it was out of anger. Because, you know, like the thing with Clough, I was tricked. You tricked me. You tricked me into thinking that she was the bad guy. That's what you do, Mike. And I actually gave you the benefit of the doubt. That was my only mistake right there, was giving a troll little punk like you the credit that you had a little bit of humanity and that you would tell the truth, which you did not. Now, the only way you're going to be able to make something about me is if you edit it really heavily, like you did with the whole engine thing. Well, you've rode that, you and Fat Janice the Hutt, y'all have rode that to the finish line, bro. Let me tell you something. You made up a story about talking nasty to my wife at night, whatever. Bullshit. Where is the proof in this?
He wants to make up stuff. You're gonna love the rest of that conversation.
Yeah. Now we're gonna go ahead and let everybody know we have Mike recorded too, and but we have the whole thing, all of it done. We can lay it out there. Mike, you sat there and you said that you were a police officer, which is against the law, and I have you saying it. And then you made up a whole little story about how, oh, I just hate when I have to go to Rex and rescue children and all this nonsense. And I honestly, you know, me, I'm not a naive person, but I just thought, who could lie this way? So I really thought he really was a cop at that time. He's a liar. He's an absolute liar. And yeah, I said some hateful shit about your sister because I was thinking, hey, she was the bad guy. She's just like you. I thought, you know, and then it turned out, no, she wasn't. She was just being overly emotional, which that was her bad. But it was me that jumped on her because I thought, oh, well, now we know who the real troll is, who the bad person is. And I honestly thought that was the case. But I noticed whenever she put up the proof, the truth of everything that was being said and done, and I forgave her publicly. That should have been it. That should have put it to bed. But that wasn't that was too much for you. I did not break the peace with you, Mike. You did. You broke it because you can't help yourself. You've been trolling people for years. I still believe, and I really believe this, and I'm going to say this on Rumble in a little while. I think that you were trolling me after my mother died. I really think it was you. I think you were trolling me back when the whole thing happened with Vic. I think that you were even one of the people that may have been a party to causing the rift between me and that dude, because you know, when all that happened, I got hit heavy by trolls that were cutting for Vic. And who's to say? I don't know 100%. I can't say it, but who's to say that it wasn't this little punk, this fat little butterball dude doing all this with the skin tags all around his face and eyes? You are a gross, disgusting man, in my opinion, Mike. And I can tell you this, dude, you're gonna crash and burn so hard. You're over there with your little group, with your AI generated. AI is a good name for your deal because it's AI generated crap that you make these Braveheart speeches. Oh, guys, you got to defend Mike. Okay, anonymous. I mean, Mike. I mean, whatever the hell you're calling yourself these days. What's the other fake account he uses? He uses a fake account of Fred Baines, the troll people. You're up late at night because you sleep 20 hours a day, and you're up between the hours of midnight and 4 a.m. And then you go back to sleep until it's time for you to wake up to do your crackpot of a show, the Chum Bucket, starring you. And then you talk about people and you think that people really give a shit. I don't give a flipping shit what Maddie said. I don't care if Maddie cussed me to the ground. I don't care what she said about Anthony, nor does he, nor does Nelly, nor does anyone on this show, nor does anybody at all give a flipping fuck what you have to say about anything. Nobody cares. Nobody watches you but your own little goofy echo chamber. You and your little allies. Your shows are terrible. They get barely any views. And when you do, half of them are people in there just laughing at you and trolling you. That's got to suck. You got your son taken away because of things that you did, and then you turn it around and try to make money off of it by claiming that he was kidnapped by people who made up a conspiracy. Dude, I've said this before. I'm gonna say it again. I had nothing to do with your child being taken away. And in fact, when I said that I didn't know he existed, I really meant that. And I wasn't trying to be ugly or mean. I'm nothing against Hunter, but I didn't even know the kid existed. I thought him and Connor were the same person. I didn't even know there was another boy. I didn't know. All I knew was Callie. Is that her name? Or Katie? I don't remember her name. The girl that's on the videos or whatever. I don't have any beef with her. I don't know anything. I don't know much about her. She was on the phone call when we talked back when we were trying to make peace with these crazy people. But she is the only one I knew about. I didn't even know about the other daughter. So, Mike, he makes up this crazy, absolute dumb shit, and he gets these people, these few psychopaths, to go along with it and believe it. And good for you, Mike. You managed to get a handful of morons that are just as stupid as you to go along with all this crap. But I notice your call to arms all the time. You're always beating the drum, trying to, get people to back you up and whatever. And then you all end up even trolling each other, like with you and Roger, or I should say Russell Pittman. Um, Roger's not a good guy, in my opinion, and neither are you. So of course you're gonna butt heads. He's gonna do stuff to you, and you're gonna do stuff to him. He couldn't help himself but attack Barton. He attacked Barton only many times, and I kept telling Barton to get away from that guy. And then by the same token, Barton was telling me, but I was smart enough to get the hell away from all y'all because I knew you were bad people. And so you broke the truce with me because I publicly apologized to Rhonda, because guess what? Newsflash, I did need to apologize to Rhonda because I said some mean things about her. But if she's smart, and I think she is, she'll hold strong, and she's not gonna, turn against us. And Maddie needs to be well aware. If you're listening, Maddie, nobody here in our camp is going to turn against you. I don't care what you said about us. You were set up. We know that.
You're upset.
And you were mad. You were hurt, and you were lied to. You were told that you did, and that all these bad things, whatever. But the truth is the truth. And I believe Madeline when she told us all the shit that these people were saying about us. I believe her. I know that she was being honest about it, and that was on them, not her. And it has nothing to do with us. My feelings aren't hurt. Anthony's feelings aren't hurt. Nellie's feelings aren't hurt. Nobody in our camp gives a crap what Maddie said a year and a half ago or whatever, however long it's been, when she was upset and hurt. Nobody cares. These people are the ones that are dragging it on, keeping it going. Clough, we all know, is a very weak person. He's got the titties of a girl. We all know that. I mean, that's in my opinion. It's my opinion. And he looks very effeminate. He talks like a female. He acts like a female. In Spanish, he's chismosa. That's what he is. And so when you go around acting like a girl and you're so weak that you can't even do one pull down on something that I do 600 reps on altogether, um, I have no respect for you. I really had no respect for him at all. I was impressed that Barton could at least do a third of my workout, but he was like he
There
was
he is
dying. We thought he was going to go to the
with his
hospital.
chicken click work account.
I say, boy, you bother me.
So every time we make a video or we do or say anything, he runs and he tries to spin doctor it and tries to figure out how he can make the best out of it or whatever. He's got Kool-Aid woman, the high priestess, helping him. Oh yeah, but it's not going to work. Nothing you do matters, Mike, other than you trying to keep your sorry ass out of jail, which is what you're doing now. Nobody cares, dude. And in fact,
He wants to make sure that he gets everything out before he goes to jail.
I think that everybody in his camp is also probably getting really sick and tired of all this. They're starting to move away and just make videos on their own. I've had a couple of them reach out to me, and I talk to them, and I'm like, hey, we're not going to be friends. I get that. But they're like, hey, we don't have to be enemies. I don't like them. I never will. But they see what he's doing, and they said themselves that he's imploding, and y'all know that. They talk to y'all too. They're imploding, and they don't want to keep being a part of the negativity because that's all it is. And so these people, they have nothing else going for them in their lives. They're really sad, pathetic people. And it's sad that Mike has managed to actually dupe people into watching that shit he calls a show. And he's got like a few bumbling idiots that are his absolute 100% allies. And they'll do anything he says. That pummel, Scott Bum or whatever, that guy. And then he's got the Kool-Aid woman. I can't really think of the others off the top of my head. I don't really know them. I don't know if Brooks is still around. I don't know what she's doing. I don't know much about any of the other ones. I just know he's got a few little flunkies that are still, part of his little clan of misfit, the island of misfit
Chicken,
toys over there.
chicken click work. Would you like to respond to this?
I'm a chicken hawk. And I got me chicken.
So, I'm going to go to Rumble and I'm going to just lay it out there and just for everybody that wants to, because what he wants though is notoriety. But I'm going to give you what you want, Mike. I'm going to let people know what an absolute deranged lunatic you are, in my opinion. I think that's.
I have the recording if you want to play it on Rumble.
Yeah, and we can play the recordings of him because you can play whatever you want, Mike. The bottom line is you will never ever put a dent. You will not put a dent in our viewership. You won't. We have over 700 people that showed up in the chat the last 2 Sundays, dude. Dude, blow it out your ass. Nobody cares. Nobody cares about what you got, what kind of info you got, or what Cluffy Cluffington gave you. Nobody cares about you. Nobody cares about him. You know what they want to do? They want to go and listen to the content. They want to hear what you have to say about ghosts, about Dogman, about Bigfoot, about alternate realities. They want to hear about alien abduction. They want to know about the weird, the strange, the paranormal, whatever. Not this, people don't want to look at the Josh Turner show. The Josh Turner show is on PRT. Mike, you have done us a huge service by constantly talking about us, and you're too stupid and dim-witted to even realize that you've done that. You've actually sent most of your listeners to other channels. And I've talked to a few of them recently, and they were like, I didn't watch you. I went to this channel, that channel. They finally came around, started watching us. And a lot of those people are people that would have been in his audience if he would have just stopped the nonsense and the damn stupid shit that he's been doing. But I mean, everybody sees it. I mean, so Mike, my message to you is you do what you got to do, guy. Do what you got to do, silly guy. Make a video, make the coordinate, fake it, twist it, make it whatever you want to make it fit. Use my voice, fake it, whatever you got to do. I don't really care, dude. Rhonda already knows that I've said things about it. I don't give a shit. Me and Abe said things about each other. We were pissed off at each other when we went at each other, but we haven't fought since. So the things come full circle, and you figure out who's your friend and who's not. When you're under attack like Abe and Bettina were for all this time by this guy, you're going to be defensive. So I know that. I understand that. And that makes perfect sense why Abe was so defensive. Here's the thing, though. They don't understand true friendship. They don't understand what that is. They don't understand what that's like. All they know how to do is cause problems and fight. And he was attacking us and Jerry and Ella Williams. He was attacking you guys. He was attacking Bettina. He was attacking Hellbent Holler. This guy was going after everybody. He even went after Cryptid Hunters. That's why she doesn't talk to him anymore.
Blondes and
Yeah.
Booze. Blondes and Booze
Blondes and
also.
Booze, BMR, Tex, everybody, they all dislike the guy, and he doesn't stop. And he thinks that by causing as much chaos like the damn devil in his last, hours, it's gonna, whatever, because he's like the devil. He's doing what he's doing because he knows his time is short. And that's what he's doing. He's lashing out like an evil little demon. He's an angry little troll. That's all he is. He's a fat little butterball, angry little troll. I mean, he's fatter than me now. I've lost 44 pounds. This guy, he's fat, dude. He looks like a fat little troll. I mean, if you've seen him lately, in my opinion, he looks very unhealthy. He's going to diet. He needs to stop eating all that, whatever he's eating, McDonald's or whatever. He looks really bad. He looks terrible. And whenever he shows his face, I'm gonna tell y'all what's going on with this, if you see a little clip of him or something, it's just gross, man. It's like, I can't look at this guy. I can't watch his show. I've been told that it's like 50 people in there. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. But from what I've been told, that's what it is.
His troll accounts, man.
Yeah, half of them are probably just him. Yeah, it's just him trolling himself with
it's
several
just him.
different,
He talks
he's got
to
a
himself in
computer.
there. That's why I think he's got mental issues. He talks to himself with the different trolls, like communicating with each other, but it's him.
Yeah, like a bunch of minions in there.
Hey, well, you know what he did the other day? He was trying to do a show about La Llorona, but didn't know how to spell it. He misspelled it.
He was trying to Google the Llorona, man. He didn't know how to spell it.
He misspelled the chusa. He put lechuga.
Lechuga, cabbage, lettuce.
Yeah.
Why is he making shows about Hispanic legends and stuff? What is he trying to do?
He's trying to copy the Gook and Mook show. That's what he calls us.
He wants to be Hispanic now, I guess.
A Mexican sneezed on him, so now he's part Mexican.
Yeah,
he wants to be Miklo.
Miklo. He's 132nd Cherokee, and the rest of him is
and even less smart.
Yeah, and the rest of him is just garbage pail kid. So Mike, do your best, do your worst, whatever you got to do. Make the video about Maddie. Try to turn everybody against her. It's not going to work. Nobody in our camp gives a damn what she said. She's already told us everything that she said. And just like you, Mike, whenever you and I were talking and you told, I said, wow, the little lie you made up about the rash, I actually laughed about it. And Mike laughed about it too, because, I thought that it was over. We were done fighting. And I'm a forgiving person. And I just like, you know what? I just want to move on, do my show. I told Mike, just move on, do your show, go back to doing paranormal stuff, get your audience back. This is literally what I told him. I said, do what you got to do, man. And just stop trolling people and go and leave people alone and you'll be fine. But he couldn't do that. This guy is obsessed with doing this shit. Now I learned my lesson. He's one of those people you can't make peace with. You can't be cool with. There is no peace to be had. I hope he makes the video about me and just does more slander and whatever the hell, because this is going to show an obsessive personality that is full of hate and nothing. That's all he has. He has nothing but that. And what's going to happen is eventually he's going to try and use, some sort of leverage to get what he wants in court, and at some point somebody needs to bring up all of this psychosis attacking that he's doing on his channel, and they need to show this obsessive compulsive disorder, which is the hallmark of a lot of psychopaths. Serial killers have obsessive compulsive. Yeah, they're psychopaths. And so this guy never ever needs to have any children around him ever again. for any reason whatsoever because the guy is off his freaking rocker, dude. He needs to be medicated and put into a facility and monitored. This guy, he is
Mental
in
facility.
my opinion, you're a very dangerous man, Mike. Very dangerous man. Um, and he's right up there with those other crazy people that he's up there running around with over there in his little.
Dana, Janet.
Uh,
Oh my
that dude,
gosh, they're
that,
nuts, man. They're absolutely flipping nuts. And Dana was trying at one time to get you to attack Mike. She was all against him, and now she's all buddy buddy with him. So it's the same thing. I mean,
She was just
you are okay
infiltrating.
with.
that
I
dude that
already
looks
knew what she was doing, so I
that
got a
dude
lot
that
of
looks
screenshots
like
that I have in
Smeagol,
place about her.
that dude that looks like Smeagol, he's trying to get the ABCDEFG crew to jump on us because we're anti-gay, is what he said.
Oh, he's mad about us being anti-gay. Is that what it is?
He's mad
Well,
because
we're anti-stupid.
Yeah, I don't care about gay people one way or the other. They tried to create a whole narrative that I hang out in some bar or whatever, but then the next sentence they're telling me that I'm
Homophobic.
homophobic or whatever. I don't give a crap what these
I got the
people.
keys.
Oh, you got it. Well, I got this one. I honestly don't care what these people do or say. It's so.
he thinks Murphy.
But I'm gonna get upstairs and get on the get to it. Oh,
They're a little bit Looney Toonies over there in that camp.
To say the
Pretty
least,
crazy.
man. They're trying to get the gay community to come up against us for apparently we're bashing gay people. I didn't see nobody bashing gay people. We were bashing his ass, but
I'm a married man, so the guy need to take that to somewhere else, to the Rainbow Island, or follow the freaking leprechaun or some shit. I'm a married man, happily married.
I'm not a married man, but I don't play that shit. It's plain and simple, man.
No, but I think the dude got issues, man. He looked like
I can,
he's beyond gay, man. He's
I
like a
can,
sick individual, something like at a wrong turn or something.
for some
Sick,
reason, 'cause I can see him doing
nasty
this shit.
looking,
I can see
nasty
him
looking
doing.
guy, man.
I can see him doing this shit in his bedroom, going, "Ah, my precious."
Yeah, he's nasty looking.
Exactly, Smurfy. Welcome, Monica Davies. How you doing? Davias.
So you let it all out, brother Josh?
He went upstairs. I don't know. I guess he's trying to get on the computer. I don't know, but
Oh,
he's
okay,
not here at
okay.
the moment. Yeah, they were bullying my cousin. Now that we're bullying them back, they don't like it. If you don't want, if you can't take it, don't fucking put it out there, man. Cause ah, I don't take that like that, man. I don't take any kind of disrespect lightly.
Hopefully we
That's
don't cross paths anytime soon. That's all I can say.
what my
If
cousin
we
said.
do,
You know what, cousin?
we do.
Come with it. And he tagged me in. Now we're
A
tag
lesson
team.
will be taught. A lesson in life will be taught.
You better off getting it taught to you by him than me because if you come over here, you're gonna walk over here, but you're gonna crawl back. We're at the 30, 31, Monica, or 20 something. I can't remember.
Sister, well, Dana Ortega, I used to call her sister at one time, but those
31
in
is
her
in
would call her sister because she would pretend she was a sister. Talk, just sharing all kinds of, she would paste a lot of scripture, but I already knew that she was up to no good. Like I said, I've dealt with brujas before. so I know when somebody's up to no good. So I got a lot of screenshots of our conversations, Dana Ortega,
Yeah,
and I'm
Morgan,
gonna
he has to
expose
play
the
the
snake
lipstick
that you
game.
are, the wicked person that you are, and I'm gonna continue to expose you. And 38, I don't care. No, y'all mess with me too long, so I'm gonna share my truth on SCE News. If anybody that hasn't subscribed, that's where I'm putting all the evidence I got of y'all on there. How y'all mess with me all this time, and you were one of the main ones. The main snake, Dana Ortega.
Figuras!
I know what I would do with snakes when I was growing up. I ran into a snake. Uh, I cut the head out off the snake, working in the cotton fields. So guess someone would try to attack. I killed the diamondback. I didn't know they were poisonous, but I killed one, and it was pretty big. And it tried to get me, but I killed it. Yeah, but snake, you're a snake. But honestly, I don't got time to be messing with y'all. I'm just trying to do my thing here in spiritual encrypted encounters. The only thing I can say is karma. Karma is not good for people like y'all that come and troll and talk bad about me, my cousin, sister Madeline, the Turners. No, karma. Eventually catches up to y'all. So I'm not worried about y'all. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say. Do whatever you want to do. I'm not. I don't follow y'all. I'm not interested in whatever you have to say, whatever content you put out there, because I've, you're not. I'm not interested in anything you do. After messing with me for so long, I'm just not interested.
Oh,
Uh,
you're
I
having
try to
technical
extend a lot
difficulties,
of branch
Morgan?
with y'all, just to so we all could be. We figure it's 2025, so we can enter this new year with some kind of peace. You don't want to screw you. You know. We just I'll keep my circle of friends around me, and we'll move forward in 2025.
So it's not loud at all. Okay, guys, I'm gonna head out. I'm going to Rumble. I'm going live.
All right.
So
All
if
right,
anybody
then.
wants to
Have
Well,
a good
join us
night.
over there,
Sheila can
you
jump
guys
on
want
there
to
after
jump on
after
with
this.
me in Rumble, let me know.
Have a good night. Wolf.
Good night, brother Justin. So he's gonna go to Rumble. So viewers, think we're gonna call it a night here in Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. How much percentage you got, cousin Jesse?
I got 18%, man.
18%. Somebody said that they wanted to see a picture. Who was the one that said they wanted to see a picture of that? I had a picture of one standing.
No seas celoso, Smurfy. Fucking Smurfy. Beyond the box says she claimed me, and Smurfy said you can claim me anytime. Celoso, vato.
Somebody said that they wanted to see a picture of that I had a picture of one standing or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was just trying to figure out which picture. Was it a video or a picture? What were they
I
talking
don't
about?
know. I don't remember, cousin. It went by real fast.
Yeah, maybe it will show off another day. I know cousin Jesse's a little bit tired here. I just want to say thank you to all the viewers of Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. Even though we're going through a lot of BS, we still move on forward. We're trying to put out a good show for the viewers. Uh, trying to see what we can do to make the show better for y'all. And I think the best way for it to be better is just for us to be ourselves and share the stories that we've been sharing. It have it like where we're just talking as friends, and we have the platform where anybody can jump in and share a story, so somebody can listen. You know, I wouldn't mind doing that. Like open mic night where people will come in and share a story, and if once they share the story, they don't want to share no more. they could jump out. We can bring somebody else in. That's one thing that I've been thinking about doing. Instead of having too many people at once, like let a person a little bit of time to share something, switch out, or we're gonna have what's his name, brother
Melvin.
Melvin on Friday, where he's gonna come in. He's gonna share his experiences, but nobody deserves to be bullied or harassed in any kind of way, shape, or form. You got mental abuse, physical abuse,
Hi,
uh,
Cynthia.
which nobody deserves that. Nobody. Children, women, men, nobody deserves that. And when sometimes bullies want to bully you, you give them a taste of their own medicine. They don't like it, so be it. But I just want to say to everybody that's tuning in here, go follow Paranormal Roundtable on Rumble. Can you put the link for Rumble, Sister Madeline, where Brother Josh Turner is going to go live on Rumble? Yeah, what I'm going to do, Brother Lawrence, maybe tomorrow, I'm going to look to all the werewolf pics or pictures that I have, right? DDN, and I'm going to look at all the pictures that I have, and I'm going to set them up for a show to share all the pictures that I have, which I do have a lot more pictures than the videos.
All right, man.
You want to say your farewells, Primo?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you for coming in, spending time with us, and making it yet another successful Werewolf Wednesday. Ooh, yeah.
Oh,
Uh, may the Lord protect you while you sleep. May you be filled with blessings when you wake up. And I'm signing off. Y'all take care. Bye, cousin.
all right, cuz. Take it easy. The one the Joel let me see, I can find it. I found it. Let me send it to me uh, so I can share it. All right, and send it to myself. So I'm gonna go look for it. Wait one real quick. It's a picture of a werewolf. It's from the UK. The brother Joel sent me. There's something that he captured out there. So I'm gonna share it here. Uh, Let me go to it. Oops. Okay, here we go. Let me share. Let's see. Let me find the picture. Here we go. I'm gonna make it bigger here. Oh, what happened? Let's try this again. It's not letting me share the picture for some reason. Uh, try it one more time. There it is. I'm just sharing the picture, brother and sisters. The brother Joel Burgess sent me from the UK. What he captured in the location where there's all kinds of activity. He believes there's a lot of witchcraft and occupancy there, and that's the image that he captured in the woods. There's a lot on that picture. Good on everybody. Whoever wants to jump to Rumble Paranormal Roundtable, they're going live. We're just finishing up here. Uh, on spiritual and cryptid encounters. There's a picture. There's a lot of activity in this picture. Uh, the dog man or wolf-like creature is right here. You can see the ears, the face. Right here, you can see something here also. Looks like a face. I believe there was something here in this corner that looked kind of like a face, and right here in the center, there's some here, definitely right here. See, like the arm and the legs. A lot of activity in this picture. How you doing, Casual? But in saying that, brothers and sisters, maybe we can start up tomorrow's show with this picture. Uh, you go join Paranormal Roundtable. They're live on Rumble. I think Brother Exuberance placed the link here. As for Spiritual Encrypted Encounters, I'm fixing to call it a night. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. Uh, really appreciate it. Yes, that's where Brother Joel was talking about a witch in that area. Some kind of witchcraft that was happening there in the woods. So he went to the location and he was feeling the energies that are around him, and he captured this images, I guess, where the witch that lives there summons things or is practicing the black magic, and he captured this. Yes, there's many there. And that's from the UK. He has sent me some pictures of some big old prints, paw prints also last time. He'd be sending me, he's ex-military, brother Joel. He used to be in the military, the UK. And he tells me there's something out there in them woods. He talks about he's seen some crazy stuff out there, but there's a lot of activity in the woods in the UK where even people disappear. People disappear in the woods. In saying that, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna call it a night. Like I said, maybe we can share this, start with the show tomorrow with this, and we can talk about it. In saying that, thank you. God bless y'all, and y'all have a beautiful, blessed evening. This is Brother Apsia, Stormcia, signing off from Spiritual Encrypted Encounters. Everybody have a blessed day.